Good morning. It's Friday morning and we're going to do our low impact workout this morning. You're not going to need any equipment. We're just going to do cardio this morning. And I just wanted to share a little bit with you about in 2 Corinthians 12, 9 through, I guess it's 9 and 10. It says, "But he said to me, my grace is sufficient for you, and my power is perfected in weakness. Therefore, I will most gladly boast all the more about my weaknesses, so that Christ's power may reside in me. So take pleasure in weaknesses, in insults, in hardships, persecutions, and in difficulties, for the sake of Christ. For when I am weak, then I am strong." I don't know if you've ever tried to do things in your own strength. I sure have, especially when there's things that you can't even control. A lot of the times we want even more control over things we can't control. And we just need to remember that when we are weak, we press into Christ's strength. I don't know about you, but I need his strength much more than mine. My strength wears out. My strength gets gone. But his strength we can just keep pressing into it. And when we need more, we just get more and more. And so there's this little thing in my Bible that also says, our insufficiency helps us press into Christ's sufficiency. It says, I have a friend who says it this way: anything that causes us to depend on Christ is a good thing. When we lean on him, we will always, always, always find him strong enough to hold us up. So I just want you to remember that this morning. I just don't want you to remember that Jesus is enough. He's enough for whatever we're going through. He's enough for our strength. He is just enough for whatever we need him to be. So we're going to pray, and then we're going to get started. Dear Lord, thank you for this morning. Thank you for the ability to move our bodies. Thank you for the reminder that you are enough. No matter what we're facing, no matter what we're going through, that when we're weak, it's a good thing, Lord. It's a very good thing because we can press into you and rely on your strength, not our own. Help us to be reminded that in our weakness, to press into you, to not depend on ourselves, to love you, to trust you, and to press into you whenever we need something, and to know that you're always there. Thank you, Lord, for what you're going to do this morning. Thank you for allowing us to move our bodies, and thank you for all that you're doing, Lord. In your sweet name we do pray. Amen. All right, let's get started this morning. Let me get our music going. Okay, I hope that music's okay. I can't really hear it, so first we're going to warm up. So we're just going to march. So just march in place with me. It's going to be another beautiful day, I believe. And Fridays are always good. We're going to kick a little bit. You don't have to kick super high. We're going to have some of these in our workout, some marching, some kicking. Let me know in the comments if you can't hear that music and I can turn it up a little bit, because again, I can just barely hear it, but I don't have to hear it as long as you can hear it. We're going to take it back. So kick those legs back a little bit. We're going to raise up on our calves and come down. Kind of just up on your toes. I said on your calves, I meant we're just going to do some calf raises and come up on our toes and come down. And you're going to kick across. Just kind of dig that heel in a little bit across the other foot. Swing those arms a little bit just for fun. Just get it all moving this morning. Warm it all up, right? And we're going to press across. So you're just going to twist across. And then reach it up. So we're just going to push our arms up. We're going to have some squats this morning. So we're going to squat down some, one of those legs up. I just want you to remember about your weakness. No matter what your weakness is or what you're facing in life, to just press into Jesus over and over again. I love that he's always there and he's always enough. All right, we're going to step and roll our arms a little bit like this. Can you see me? And then we're going to do our opposite arm, opposite leg. So you're not necessarily trying to touch your knee, you're just bringing down that opposite arm, opposite leg. Doesn't take long to start getting warm, and it doesn't take long for me to start wanting to breathe heavy. All right, so let's get started. What we're gonna do first is we are gonna walk up on the diagonal. So we're gonna do like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're gonna come back. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're just gonna do that a couple times. We're just gonna bring it up, then we're gonna bring it back. You're just doing that on the 4 count. You're just coming up, kind of to the side on the diagonal, then bringing it back. One more, up, and one more back. And then next what we're gonna do is we're gonna march. So we're gonna start marching, and then we're gonna kick. So you're gonna kick, touch, and march. And then kick and march. I don't really know how to explain it, but you're just gonna kick that leg and then march, and then kick the other leg, if that makes sense. So you're just kicking it. If you wanna be here and you don't wanna march, you can kick low here. If you want higher, you can kick higher. So you're gonna march and kick and bend your leg and kick. Kind of like the Rockettes do it, I guess. You know, if you want a little bit more, you can add a little hop in there. We're not gonna put a hop in it, but if you want a hop, the movement itself kind of makes you want to throw a hop into it. I so wish I could see y'all. But I'm so thankful that we can work out together. You got one more of these on each leg. And rest. All right, so what we're gonna do next is squat. So just remember that when you squat, you're always gonna sit back like you're sitting in that chair. So you're just gonna bend down and up, and that's the way you're gonna do it, okay? So we're gonna squat down and come up. Whenever you're struggling and you're going through hard things in life, just remind yourself that Jesus is enough. Over and over and over again, he's enough. For whatever we're dealing with, whatever we're going through, just remember as you're squatting, squat back and squat back up. You're doing great. If you're moving, you're doing it right. All right, our next move is gonna be two-step touch. So we're gonna just step to the side and we're just gonna touch. I hope you're already getting warm. It doesn't take long, that's for sure. Warming up. We're just gonna sidestep it. You can do your arms like this if you want to. Change it up. Add a little arm work in there. If you were ever a cheerleader, you're probably really good at that. That coordination is not always my thing. You get one thing going and something else gets mixed up sometimes. All right, our next move is gonna be, we're gonna roll our hands like this, and we're gonna walk up, and we're gonna walk back. And so we're gonna bring it up, and then we're gonna bring it back. One more time. Sorry, one more time up, and one more time back. Now we're gonna do what's called a V-step. So you're gonna step your legs out wide, wide, close, close. So wide, wide, close, close. You're just gonna keep taking your legs out wide in the front and bringing them close back in the back. Hold that core in too. Those are things I always forget. Just a few more of these. 2 and 1. And rest. And now we're gonna do the opposite arm, opposite leg like we did in our warm-up, where you're gonna bring your arm down and your opposite arm to your opposite leg. Again, you're not trying to crunch and touch that elbow to your knee. You don't want to bend over and try to do all that. You're just taking the opposite arm to the opposite leg. And you see me there? What I'm doing? I know it's hard sometimes from the front. A few more of these. 3, 2, and 1. And rest. Next, we're going to do the butt kicks that we did in the beginning. So you take your arms and you pull them back and you kick that leg back. You can rock a little bit. You can not. I get excited sometimes and start to rock a little bit. If you want a little more, you can put a little hop in it if you want to. You can twist your arms a little more in the front and pull them back. A few more of these. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Grab a drink of water if you need it. And we're going to go down to the floor. And we're going to do some core work. So what I want you to do is lay down on the floor and take your feet up, kind of like feet on the wall. You're just gonna hold them up real straight. Flex your feet and reach up, trying to get your shoulders off the ground. You're just gonna reach up towards your shoelaces, towards your shoes, and down and up. And you're just gonna pull here. Keep your feet flexed. A few more of these. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now bend your legs and just tap down one leg and then the other. So you're just tapping down your leg and bringing it right back to that 90-degree position. I know you can't see me touch, but you're just kind of touching your toe down and back up. A few more of these. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And next we're going to, I'm trying to see where you can see me. Straighten out our legs and do little circles. So you're going to lift them up and just take them around in little circles. So you can lay your head down and rest it. Put your feet together and do little circles. And then do it the other way. Change directions. And rest. All right, and so now you're going to take your hands and reach for your ankles. And so you're just going to kind of give it a little twist where you're going to twist to the right and twist to the left like you're going to touch your ankles. You're doing great. Keep up the good work. You've got this. And rest. All right. And hop up slowly. If you feel lightheaded and all, we don't want to go down and come up too quickly. So next we're going to start from the beginning again. We're going to take our, we're going to walk on that diagonal again. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're going to come back, 2, 3, 4, and come up again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and come back again. We're gonna stay here for just a few minutes. Well, I say a few minutes, just a little time here. We're gonna keep coming up. You can swing your arms if you want to. You're just kind of stepping on that diagonal. So you're just kind of bringing it across, kind of crisscrossing it as you come up. Bringing those legs together as you step on that diagonal. You just have a few more of these. Two. And last one. We're going to bring it up and bring it back. And then we're going to do the march kick that we did before. So where you put your foot down, so you march and you kick your foot out, and you march and you kick your foot out. So you step down and kick, step down and kick. If you don't want that, if you want to take out the march, you can be here. You can just kick. You don't have to kick super high. If you'd rather do front kicks, you can kick to the front. If you'd rather just march, you can be here. If you want to do the march and the kick, and the march and the kick, feel free to put your own little twist on it, however you want to do it. Those front kicks are fun. I like those guys. You can kick it up high, you can kick it down low, you can just continue to march. Your own combination, that's the cool thing about this. You can make it your own. You have options. A few more of these. Then we'll move to our next move, which is going to be squats. Two, and one, and rest. So next we're going to do squats. So what you're going to do is just have your feet about hip width apart, and you're going to sit back like you're sitting in that chair, okay? So you're just going to sit back and come up. When you come up, you can squeeze if you want to. I like squats. I like core work, but when I say I like it, I mean I like how it makes you look a lot more than I mean I like doing it. But the best thing about working out is that when you go to get started, you're like, oh, I don't even know if I feel like doing that today. But then you do it and you never regret it. You're always thankful that you did the workout, and you're thankful for how you feel afterward. So if you're just not feeling it and you wake up in the morning and you think, do I really want to do this or not? Do it. You'll feel better afterwards. I'm sure of it. All right, next we're going to step to the side. So you're going to step touch. You're just stepping side to side and touching your toe. These exercises are good too if you've worked hard all week, doing really strenuous exercises. It's good to take a break or to do something a little lighter. I've really been enjoying walking with this beautiful weather and stuff. And you think, walking? But it just gives you time with the Lord to pray and listen to worship music. And it's just a really peaceful thing. I really enjoy it. All right. We are going to rest. And next, we're going to swing our arms and we're going to walk up and then we're going to walk back. So you're going to walk up and touch with your left foot and walk back and touch with your right. Moving our bodies is so good. It makes us feel better. It's better for us. It makes us look better. So many good things. And if you're like me, you've probably been eating stuff and haven't been as active as you normally are. That's why I've been taking those walks and stuff. Keep myself busy. Otherwise, all I want to do is eat. I don't know if you have that problem. Just a few more of these. You're going to walk up, step up with your left foot, walk back, step back with your right foot. One more up, and one more back. And we're gonna do the V-step that we did before. So you're gonna step out, out, in, out, out, in. Swing those arms if you want to. You can always add your arms. Few more of these. Sorry about the music. It looks like somebody's calling on the whatever little thing is that I'm using the music on that belongs to my daughter. All right, let's see. So now we're going to do the opposite arm, opposite leg. So you're going to pull down with the opposite arm to the opposite leg. And like I said, you don't have to try to touch. You're not trying to touch your elbow to your knee. You're just bending it down. Swapping it back and forth. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Hold that core in too. I wish I could see you working out with me. Probably would get distracted a lot more, but I still think it would be fun. I appreciate you joining me this morning. A few more of these. And rest. All right, next we're going to do the butt kicks, where you're gonna pull it in the front and kick it back. Again, if you want a little more, you can put some bounce into it. If you don't, you just kick it back. You can take your arms here, press them back, kind of pressing your shoulder blades together in the back. You can put them in the front and pull them back. You are doing great. At any time, if you need to take a break, feel free to take a break. Grab a drink of water, whatever you need to do. And we got 3, 2, and 1. And rest. What we're going to do next is go back down to the floor for our core exercises. So we're going to lay down again and pull our legs up. And you're going to hold them here, flex your feet, and you're going to reach up, taking your shoulders off the ground and reaching up to your feet. Trying to touch your shoelaces. Three, 2, 1, and rest. So you're gonna rest for just a moment, and then you're gonna put your legs at 90 degrees, and you're gonna touch the floor. Just with the tip of your toe, you're gonna touch the floor and come right back up. 3, 2, and 1. And you're gonna do some leg circles. I can't really see if you can see me, but you're just gonna take your legs out straight, lift them up a little bit, and then just do a circle motion, a very small circle motion. You'll feel this pretty quick. And then go the other way. And rest. And the last one we're gonna do is we're gonna reach for our ankles. So you're gonna come up and just twist from the left to the right. You can always try to touch your shoelaces if you want to, or reach for your ankle. And rest. And we're going to come back up slowly, not too quick, and grab a drink of water. Okay, we're going to run through it real quick one last time. We're not going to do the exercises quite as many times this time. So we're going to come up on the diagonal, and then we're going to come back. Come back up, and come back. Just a few more of these. Doing them kind of on the 4 count. And one more. Up, and one more back. And then we're going to do the marching kick. So you can be marching here if you want to be here. You can be kicking here and just kick the whole time. Or you can pull your leg up and kick however you want to do it. If you want to add a little hop, you can. We're staying low impact, so we're not hopping and jumping, but that is an option if you prefer it. One more on each side, and then we're going to squat. So we're going to go down, and we're going to sit back like we're sitting in that chair, and we're going to come up, and you can squeeze if you want to. And you're just going to keep squatting a few more times. 3, 2, and 1. And then we're going to sidestep it, where you're just going to step to the side and step your legs together. And swing your arms. You can step your foot over in front of the other one, kind of dig that heel into the ground if you want to. You've got options here too. You can change it up. If you prefer to stay right here, you can simply step to the side. And next, we're going to step forward and touch that left leg, and step back and touch the right leg. You're just rolling those fists as you go. A few more of these. Last one. Come up, step left, come back, step right, and rest. The next move we're going to do is the V-step, where we step wide, wide, close, close. Out, out, in, however you want to do it. Take it out wide, then you bring it in close. Just a few more of these. 3, 2, and 1. And our next one's gonna be that opposite arm, opposite leg. So we're gonna pull down. Again, you're not trying to touch your knee. Kind of looks like that when I'm going this way. Even looks more like that when I turn to the side. But you're just kind of pulling down that arm, pulling up that leg. You're not necessarily trying to touch your elbow to your leg. You got a few more of these. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Next, we're gonna do butt kicks. So we're gonna kick them back. So you're gonna kick that leg back. You can have a little bounce, no bounce, a little more bounce, whatever you want here. I just tend to bounce because I'm just an excitable kind of girl. Just take those arms, squeeze those shoulder blades back as you're pulling them back. You got just 3, 2, and 1, and rest. So our last set is gonna be our core, where we're gonna go back down, and we're gonna lift our legs up again. And we're gonna flex our feet, and we're gonna reach for our shoelaces. So you're gonna go down and up, trying to lift your shoulder blades off the ground. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now bend your legs and just touch your toe down to the floor. Sounds like I'm hitting hard, but you're just supposed to barely touch the floor and come right back up. You're at 3, 2, and last one. And you're going to do your leg circles. So straighten your legs out, pull them up, and then just circle them around. Small circles. I guess any kind of circle you can do will be fine. And then back the other way. And rest. And then bring your feet up, put your feet flat on the ground, and reach for your ankles. So you're just twisting. Three, 2, 1. And we're going to come up. So here, we're just going to, we came up, but we're just going to bend over a little bit. So you're just going to very slowly go down and reach for your toes. Reach over to one side. Feel that stretch in the back of your leg. And then reach over to the other side. Reach back to the middle. And then slowly come up. Roll your shoulders back. And then roll your shoulders forward. Grab your wrist and pull to one side. And then grab your wrist and pull to the other. And then reach across like we did in the beginning. And then reach up. Grab your foot. You can hold on to the wall or something if you need it. Press your shoelaces into your foot. You should feel the stretch down the front of your leg. Balance is so funny. Sometimes everybody has a better leg. Sometimes you can hold it and sometimes It wants to be hard to deal with. Put that foot down, put your heel down, reach up, and reach down towards your heel. And come back up, and reach down one more time. And reach back up. And then take your other foot, push your shoelaces into your hand. Again, push your knee down towards the floor. And then take that leg out, reach your arms up and down, come up again and down. And then take your foot, one behind the other, and just twist over. And then come back up, switch feet, and then twist the other way. Now give your back a little twist. And so I'm going to read that verse to you one more time that I shared in the beginning. Oh, let me find my spot. Okay, so I want you to remember today that the Lord's grace is sufficient. And Paul said in 2 Corinthians 12, verse 9 and 10, he said, "But he said to me, my grace is sufficient for you. My power is perfected in weakness. Therefore, I will most gladly boast all the more about my weaknesses, so that Christ's power may reside in me. So I take pleasure in weaknesses, in insults, and in hardships, persecutions and in difficulties for the sake of Christ. For when I am weak, I am strong." So press into him today if you're weak. If you need his strength, he's there. If you're dealing with something hard, even just all that we've been dealing with lately, whatever you need, he's more than enough. Thanks for working out with me today. I hope you have a wonderful day.